Well, he's one of the most brilliant innovators in the Bay Area, but even Woz can fall victim to high-tech fraud, this one involving Bitcoin, virtual currency with an actual crime. Our business and tech reporter, Scott Budman, has the exclusive interview with the Apple co-founder. And Scott, interesting that Woz is sharing his story. What happened?
Well, Roz, and it's a story we're starting to hear a little more frequently about Bitcoin, the virtual currency that as it rises in value becomes more attractive to investors. And as you mentioned, if a tech genius can fall victim to fraud, so can any of us.
Deadlines were.
We know Steve Wozniak as the co-founder of Apple, the man who brought Comic-Con to Silicon Valley, and a high-tech genius and experimenter.
I'm a technologist, and I like to buy the latest technology, the latest apps.
Which eventually led Wozniak to Bitcoin, the red-hot virtual currency that, when Woz bought in, was cheap.
Some years went by, and all of a sudden it was these huge prices, $2,000, $4,000 a Bitcoin. What the heck?
Scammers also noticed Bitcoin's rapid rise in value. Woz says one of those scammers cleaned out a fund that held some of his Bitcoins.
So I went to look at my Bitcoin, and that site was sort of down. It had been defrauded. So the bank account had been defrauded, and they got ripped off. Somebody bought all their Bitcoin, paid with a credit card, and then canceled the credit card payments.
There are actually multiple levels of scamming here.
Professor Ahmed Banafa tracks crypto fraud. He says it's more common than you think and increasingly affects a range of investors.
The excitement is there, and it's justified because this is a new technology. The problem is that with every new technology, you have to think about the risks.
For Woz, the risk was a loss of somewhere around $70,000. A lot of money, but not enough for him to lose interest.
It's almost like the early internet. It's a lot of freedom.
Woz points out that he cashed in another of his Bitcoin funds. That one was not subject to fraud, and he actually made money. By the way, we put the entire Wozniak interview on the Periscope and Twitter. You can find it at NBC Bay Area. Back to you guys.